What's up? How you doing, friend?
All right. Welcome everyone to the detention docket for the 323rd District Court. So you know we are conducting these proceedings via Zoom, and in order to provide the public meaningful access to our courtroom proceedings and in compliance with the Texas Constitution, Article 1, Section 13, we are broadcasting these proceedings on YouTube. No portion of this broadcast may be copied, recorded, or published. Violations of this order are punishable by contempt of court of up to 6 months in the county jail and a $500 fine. I'd like to remind everyone that this is still a court proceeding and people are expected to behave appropriately for court. Well, looks like we don't have any parents on Zoom today. So I'm going to start. We have Myron. Myron, how are you?
Good. I've been in a lot of trouble, so.
Come on, man. Oh wait, 3 unacceptable.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I'll be a level 1 on the 8th.
Okay. Well, Ms. Gonzalez, are you here?
Yes, Judge. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Why is Myron 3 unacceptable?
Well, the latest information that I have here, according to our detention notes, is that he's really been struggling back there, being disruptive, threatening staff, refusing to follow instructions. I mean, being over playful, throwing toilet paper across the hall. So it looks like it's been going on since July the 27th of 2021, for whatever reason.
All right, Myron, you're here for the, I think, breaking the cars over in Arlington. Look, Myron, you've been level 1.0 before, and you've been able to hold it for a while. Like, I know you have the ability, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you have, have you ever worked with a counselor or somebody about, coping skills?
Yes.
A little bit? Have you talked about how you can take the opportunity when you start to lose it just to kind of calm yourself down?
No, but I want to.
Right? I mean, sometimes when you have this idea that you want to do something, man, sometimes you just got to sit back and be like, I can't do this. This isn't right. I'm starting to lose control. And then just find a way, either just, give yourself a cool down period, or, find something to think about or a distraction. But you have to control that part of you, right? Like, Myron, I've been seeing you in here for over a year now. And I mean, this is the way I see it, is you're just 2 years, I guess. I mean, I think, and this is just kind of a heart-to-heart, talking man-to-man. Sometimes I think you just have an idea in your head and you don't think through it, right? You don't think this is a bad idea. But I know sometimes you do know it's a bad idea. You're like, I'm just going to do it anyways, right? And those are the times you've got to recognize for yourself and just be able to just sit down and just kind of remove yourself from the situation, right? You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's all I'm asking you to do. Because, if you're just going to act impulsively and do what you want to do without thinking about the consequences, you're just going to end up back here, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Look, I'm not trying to beat you up, Myron. You and I have had a lot of conversations in the past, but I'm not going to release you for level 3. Right? You knew that coming in. Man, get to level 1 and let's reassess this. Let's look at this, because that tells me that you're able to control your thoughts and your actions. You've got court on August 13th in a week, so it's before your next 10-day hearing. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. All right, Myron. We'll see you. You'll see one of the other judges on the 13th. If your case doesn't get taken care of, I will see you at a detention hearing in 2 weeks. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, Myron.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Lita. All right, Lita. This is a 10-day hearing. You have the right to remain silent, right to an attorney. And let's see, Mr. Newman. Is Mr. Newman here? I know. Okay. All right, Mike, I'm going to ask you this.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay, so we have the parent. Oh, here we go. Hello.
Please, she's on mute, Your Honor.
All right, there we go. Okay, so Lita, we sent you to placement in Iowa, and in Grayson County, and you escaped from the facility with another girl, and you tried to steal a car at an airport, and they arrested you. Now you have a felony escape charge pending, and I think we had court, and I decided to give you one more chance for another placement, didn't I? Wait a minute. All right, Mr. Lockhart, are you here?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we had that motion to modify hearing, and I decided to go ahead and try one more time at placement, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Is she level 2 because she was jumping Alexandria?
She's a level 2 due to several things. She was 3C confined on 7/29.
Okay.
Just talking about permission, negative attitude, classroom, not following instructions, shower time extended, It was just a variation of things after she was started to play and started to decline. As of right now, she's back to level 1.
Okay, so, but was Lita one of the girls that jumped Alexandra in the classroom?
Judge, she didn't have anything to do with that. No. It wasn't, Lita didn't have anything to do with that, sir.
Okay, because Alexandra says she did.
No, sir.
Mr. Lockhart, do you see anything in there?
According to the detention reports, I don't see anything saying that she jumped anyone. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, so tell me about her violations.
So on the 24th, not following staff instructions when told to go back to a room. On the 26th, over shower time. Also on the 26th, uniform violation. 27, left the room without permission. Also on 27, game restriction, continuing non-compliant. Also on 27, negative attitude. She was, I believe, maybe telling the staff, I don't care, I'm leaving on Thursday. On the 27th, same day, disregarding prior warnings about turning her head in classroom. On the 28th, talking despite several redirections. Also on the 28th, she was breaking DNA status, talking to another period, doesn't say which period it was. Also on the 28th, she had a game restriction from breaking DNA. She was secluded for repeatedly breaking DNA on that day. Also on 28th, continuous standing in the doorway, verbal communication without peer, argumentative towards staff, being disrespectful to staff, breaking DNA again, in room confinement on the 29th.
All right, and when was court? That was just last week?
Yes, the 22nd of July.
Okay, so this is what I want to do at this point. Let's go ahead and I'm going to hold off. I'm going to go ahead and vacate the order that restores her back to supervision and puts it back in placement. I want to have another hearing on the motion to modify, and that we'll review this in detail. Mr. Lockhart, please be prepared for everything. Lita, if your attitude is really this bad as it looks like, then you are potentially looking at TJJD, but I'm not going to send you to another placement and spend tax dollars on a girl that says, F all y'all, I'm out of here anyways. All right, so you potentially could be going to TJJD from this. Just because I made the order, what you forget is I still have jurisdiction over your case for 30 days after that, and I can still change my mind. And if you give me a reason to change my mind, then I'll give you exactly what you want. All right, so Stephanie, let's go ahead and set this. I'm motion to modify this week if we can. Let's just talk to the attorneys. As soon as they're available, we'll put her in. We can do it tomorrow.
I got
Right.
a question.
Hold on a second. So, Mr. Lockhart, I think we're gonna try and do this tomorrow. This depends on Mr. Newman's schedule and Diego's schedule. But if they can do it, we're gonna go ahead and do it. All right. So, Lita, you have a question for me?
I'm gonna. So, you said that you could change your mind if you're sending me a grammar. You could send me a TJD.
Yes, I can send you to TJJD.
Why?
I'm sorry?
I said why?
Well, it depends, because I made my decision to give you another chance of probation, because what you represent to me that you were serious about making changes and doing better with your life. And I was willing to give you one more chance, even though it's very rare for me to send a kid to placement, they get kicked out, and for me to give them a second chance. But it seemed like you convinced me that I should get you a second chance. But if your behavior level back there is as bad as what Mr. Lockhart's saying now, then I want to look into that. If it's actually true, then I seriously need to reconsider whether I'm going to waste my time and the county money on sending you to another placement.
So I gotta do like 6 months in TJD.
It's indeterminate, so you could be there all the way till you're 19,
Or 6 months.
or 1 day.
Or 6 months.
What? Do you speak English?
Do you speak English? 'Cause
What part do you not understand?
what part you don't understand?
Lita, you're being disrespectful. Stop.
Oh my God.
So, Lita, I'm just letting you know you're helping me make my decision. All right? All All right, so we will see you maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, but we'll see you soon. Thank you, Lita.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, McComber, what did she say?
I have no idea, Judge.
Bring her back in.
He asked you what you said.
So Lita, what did you say when you were standing up?
I didn't say nothing.
Okay, you're not gonna lie to me. If you're gonna lie to me, I'm gonna hold you in contempt. What did you say when you stood up?
I didn't say nothing.
Okay, so if you are lying to me, I'm finding you're disrupting the court proceedings. I'm gonna find you in contempt of court. All right, and so I'll decide I can confine you for up to 10 days for the contempt. Now, what did you say to me when you were standing up?
I said ugly.
You said what?
I said ugly. Ugly. If you don't get that, then I don't know what to tell you then.
Yeah, so at this point, Mr. Lockhart, let's go ahead and cancel the placement. Let them know we're not sending Lita there. All right, and so, and then we'll go ahead, since you're on a misdemeanor, Lita, we're gonna go ahead and schedule a trial for your escape charge. And let's just, we can set that, Dr. Brian, I'm sorry, yeah, because I don't want to do a motion modify, it's a misdemeanor. So we'll just set it for trial for an escape charge, and then we can decide from there, your attorney can tell you what's good or bad for you, or give you advice on that one. So, all right. I thought you might get to see your brother at TJJD pretty soon, but it may take a little bit longer. Thanks, Lita.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, see you. Thank you, Mr. Lockhart. Jaden.
Yes, sir.
Hello, sir.
Good. You?
Doing all right. What she doesn't know is we can assess contempt after she gets out of TJJD. He doesn't have to use it before. All right, Jaden, 17 years old. This is a 10-day hearing. So you're level 1 outstanding. You have been for a little over a week. Good. All right, I see back in July, Jaden, you were brought in by Arlington. There's a traffic stop, and they walked to the driver, smelled some weed. And so saw the car contained the driver, and you're the front passenger. That's right. And then there was a backpack that you said was yours, and it had a 9mm pistol in it, which was stolen out of Irving. So you have a parent here?
She's at work.
I don't think so, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Did we, Mr. Victorson, did we ever identify where the gun came from?
No, Your Honor, we didn't.
Ms. Herrick, help me out here. Give me a reason why I don't have to worry about Jaden getting out and getting another gun.
Well, he has been on level 1.0 for over a week, which is hard to do.
Well, I don't think it's hard for some people.
It's hard for some people.
No priors.
Yeah.
But you did test positive for marijuana.
And no case has been filed yet, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, I think they have a little bit more time.
A little bit.
Case.
Mhm.
So, tell you what, Jaden, 17 years old now,
Yeah.
and what do you want to do? I'm going to let you go on electronic monitoring. Seems like you've changed your attitude, your behaving here. I need to let you know, if you hang out with people that are breaking the law, you and I are going to see each other very quickly. But if you do what you're supposed to do, and you and I have got no problems. Now, if you do break the law, I'm going to let you know, because you're 17, you're looking at adult charge, not a juvenile case.
Yes, sir.
But even if you're picked up for something small like weed, you can't get bond in a juvenile case, right? Like I'll just keep you here downtown until your cases are all done. Okay. So this is your chance, right? This is your chance in life just to turn around and do right. Don't smoke weed, get guns, break the law. Don't hang around people who are smoking weed, carrying guns, or breaking the law. If you just do that, stay away from those people, you'll be fine. Okay, Jaden?
I got you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Your Honor,
Yes, sir.
can we sign both an order for detention and a release? Because I don't have a parent here. I don't know when I'll be able to get one.
I'll do that. So Jaden, do you understand what he said?
Yeah.
Since your parents aren't here, we can't just put a 17-year-old out on the street, right?
Oh, I can call her in the back. She at work. You
No,
call-
I understand, but I'm just letting you know, I'm holding you until an adult can come and pick you up. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So as soon as they can come pick you up, I'm okay releasing you, but I'm not, I have to detain you until an adult can come and pick you up. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, sir. Well, you're getting out. You'll get out.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Herrick. Victoria. All right, Victoria. So this is the detention hearing. The law says when a child's brought to our facility, you have to see a judge within 2 business days. And I have to decide whether to keep you here or to release you. If I keep you here, you have to see a judge every 10 business days while you're here, right? You do have a right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. We have appointed Mr. Berger as your attorney. Good afternoon, Mr. Berger.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Okay, so Victoria, I'm gonna let you know that I'm just looking over your case. I'm looking for probable cause that you committed an offense. What that means is, can somebody put into words statements that if they were true would be a violation of our law. So it is literally hearsay. This is not your trial. You will eventually have a trial if you need one. This is only about detaining you or releasing you. So Victoria, you've never been here before. Let's see. Yesterday, North Hills responded to a domestic disturbance, made contact with Malachi that said his ex-girlfriend had assaulted him and left the motel. For him, he invited you to hang out at the motel, even though y'all broke up a week ago. While there, he called you a bitch, to which you responded by assaulting him by pulling his hair, scratching him, and hitting him. She then left, grabbed an old phone of his, and threw it into the pool. So they found you, took you into custody. You also had his credit card. He did not want to press charges, but when they made contact with your dad, he refused to take custody of you and did not want anything to do with you because of previous incidents with the police. So you were brought over here. I guess we have no parents?
Your Honor, I did call Dad this morning. He asked for us not to call him again.
Okay.
He refused to have anything to do with it.
All right. Decisions of consequences. Victoria, is your mom around, or is she in the picture?
She's in rehab.
I'm sorry?
She's in rehab.
She's in rehab? Okay. All right. Well, Victoria, decisions are being made. And I'm not overly concerned right now about you. I'm hoping that you can just make some easy decisions like, not going to 18-year-olds hotels, right? And if you break up, you break up. Look, Victoria, one of those lessons in life I want to tell you is that if you have a boyfriend, he's supposed to make you happy. If he doesn't make you happy, find a different boyfriend. I mean, it's really that simple. So plenty of guys out there who won't call you names and may actually want to be with you. So, all right. Well, Victoria, I'm going to go ahead and release you to CPS custody, all right? And that they're going to find a place for you. I don't really want you to stay here, but I'm going to let you know if I find out that you're running away from CPS placement for a foster home in order to get in touch with your boyfriend or find new boyfriends or do your own thing, I'm going to have to hold you here. So your choice is either to stay at Kimbo or to stay where CPS places you. And those are your only choices. Okay. If you make your own choice outside of that, then you're actually making a choice to come here. Okay.
Dan.
All right, thank you, Victoria. Cesar. All right, Cesar, I'm Judge Kim. This is a detention hearing. When a kid's brought to our detention facility, you have to see a judge within 2 days. I have to decide whether to keep you here or to release you. If I keep you here, you must see a judge every 10 days while you're here. You have the right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. This is not your trial today. This is simply about whether I detain you or if I release you. If you want a trial, eventually you will get a trial. Your attorney that we've appointed is Mr. Green. Mr. Green could not make it today, so Mr. Berger is going to cover for him. Mr. Berger, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Judge.
All right, Cesar. So, see, North Hills brought you in yesterday. Oh, North Hills was busy yesterday. They're saying on the 3rd, 11:30, they were dispatched to Winco about a theft. When he got there, met with loss prevention officer who said he saw Brian, Cesar, and one other kid take several items, including alcohol and candy, conceal them on them or in their backpack, all left without paying. The loss prevention officer grabbed Brian's arms, fearing for his safety when Brian made movement as if he was going to pull something from his waistband. So while he was holding his arms, Cesar pushed him from behind, causing pain. They got all three into the loss prevention office. When the officers arrived, both brothers were threatening to stick everyone and that they would fight everyone. Wait, hold on a second. Mr. Lahara, who's the other brother? I'm trying to figure out. Is Brian and Cesar their brothers? Mr. Lahara? Oh, you're on.
Sir.
So Brian and Cesar are brothers?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Yes, Your Honor, they're brothers.
All right. So Brian and Cesar resisted efforts to be handcuffed. Both injured the loss prevention officer. They resisted the North Richland Hills Police while being detained, charged with robbery and resisting arrest. The third did not fight or threaten anyone. So he was given a ticket and he got to go home. So this happened a couple days ago. Now, evidently, back in June, you and your brother and two other people entered a Circle K. One paid for an item, and the surveillance showed stealing boxes of e-cigarettes and leaving the store without paying. 15 boxes valued at $1,200. Police found the three who matched the description in the surveillance video: Cesar, his brother Brian, and another person, Ethan. They admitted to stealing from Circle K, and they found the stolen e-cigarette boxes in Brian's backpack. Let's go back to January of 2020. About 3 o'clock in the morning, police on patrol saw 2 male juveniles running through an elementary school. When finding them, 2 juveniles were located, identified as you and Ivan. Both were laying down in a fenced-in area. They drew their firearms, told to climb back over the fence. After detaining both, we went back to where they were, found a black handgun in the grass where they were laying. Another juvenile was located around the building, which was Alvin. The handgun was a BB gun. Officers searched for damage, and they found a broken window. They searched the middle school, and they had 2 windows broken, shot with a BB gun. One looked like it was hit with a basketball. Ivan and Cesar were found with basketball in their possession, and they admitted they had broken the window. All were taken to their parents. And now we brought you in, you're positive for weed. So you have 2 pending cases and smoking weed and now using force when you're stealing. So all this at 14 years old. All right, well, Cesar, I think that if I was to let you go, you would just go out and steal more things. So the only way to keep you from stealing things is to keep you here. I'm going to go ahead and detain you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, so Zechariah. Zechariah, this is a detention hearing. When a kid's brought in, you have to see a judge within 2 days. I have to decide whether to keep you here or to release you. If I keep you, you'll see a judge every 10 days while you're here. You have the right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. Mr. Pearson has been appointed as your attorney. Good afternoon, David.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Thank you.
Yes. All right, so Zechariah, this is not your final trial. This is simply about whether I detain you or release you while we're waiting for a trial in your case. Okay, so August 4th, so yesterday Grapevine PD brought you in. They're saying about 3:25 in the morning, they were dispatched to a neighborhood with a suspicious person breaking into cars. Reports that a lone black Ford driving slowly in the area, so the police conducted a traffic stop. Said you were the driver with 4 other passengers. The cops smelled weed coming from the car, searched the car, found a 9mm pistol under the driver's seat with a holster between the driver's seat and the console, a small baggie of weed in the console, and a grinder on your person. There was the marijuana and the paraphernalia were seized for destruction. You're arrested for unlawfully carrying a weapon, and you have no priors, but you were positive for marijuana. So, all right. So, Mom, is that you? Okay. So, first question is, why was Zechariah out at 3 o'clock in the morning?
He doesn't listen to me.
I'm sorry?
He doesn't listen to me. I told him, yeah.
All right. Just out of curiosity, is that sister next to you?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, doesn't listen to you. How long has he been smoking weed? Do you know? Sister probably knows better than you do, Mom.
Honestly, I don't. Probably.
Couple years?
I don't know. Maybe a year. I don't know.
Well, Mom, do you know the 3 people he was with?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right. Any idea where the gun came from?
No, that's what I asked the police officer if it was fake.
Okay. And then next question is that black Ford, is that his car?
My mom gave it to him to go to work and school.
Oh, okay. But not to roll around 3 o'clock in the morning in Grapevine with a gun and weed?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, Zechariah, I'm going to let you know the key issue here, 2 of them. One is you had a gun. I just have a problem with kids with guns. So I was going to detain you anyways because you had a gun. Second, I'm absolutely going to detain you because your mom's telling me you don't respect her and you don't listen to her. And if you're not going to respect your mother, I'm not going to let you out of here. So I'm going to watch your behavior here while you're being detained, see if you can show respect for the rules and for the system. And then once you show me that you actually can respect people and follow the rules, I'll start considering releasing you. But until you start rebuilding those bridges as your mom talks to you on the phone or visits you here, I'm going to wait till your mom actually tells me that you are respectful, that she is confident that you're going to follow her rules and do what you're supposed to do. If your mom can't tell me that, then I'm not going to release you back to your mom. Okay? It's really that simple. I'm just letting you know now, it's all about how you respect your parents. That's what's important to me. If you're not respecting her, then we have to look at other alternatives. Thank you, Zechariah. Thank you, Mom.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Lydia. All right, Lydia, I'm Judge Kim. This is a detention hearing. When a kid's brought in, you have to see a judge within 2 days. I have to decide whether to keep you here or to release you. If I keep you, you'll see a judge every 10 days while you're here. You have the right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. Mr. Quinones is your attorney, but he couldn't make it today, so Mr. Berger is going to cover for him. Good afternoon, Mike.
Hi, Judge.
So, all right, Lydia. And I'm just deciding whether to keep you here or to release you. That's all this is. This is not your trial. So you were here for an assault family violence case in September of 2019. So you were 11 at the time, and you got deferred prosecution. So then February 4th of this year, about 5:30, Martin Middle School. Let's see, staff members said there was a theft on campus at about 2:50. The victim, who was a school counselor, left her office to go to the filing room. Camera showed that you went inside the victim's office at 2:54, then leaving the office at 2:59. The counselor said when she came back to office, she saw some things had been moved. Her purse, which was on her desk, had been tampered with. She said some change had been taken, car keys been taken. So you were asked about the stolen items. You denied going into the office, but then recanted, admitted going in there. And let's see, the value of everything was about $400. So you have that case, theft case going on. We released you. Then you had court on June 21st, but you didn't show up since you were a runaway. When did she run away, Ms. Rojas?
It was in the month of June, Your Honor. She actually has a pattern of running away. She just came back after being on runaway since the end of, I believe around the 26th of July. But mom's indicating that this is an ongoing issue with her. She doesn't stay put long enough to have her turned in or call the police or anything like that.
Okay. So consistent runaway. I see one time she was visiting dad in Michigan, ran away while there. She has mental health diagnosis, but not taking medication, but smoking weed. I guess mom is not here today.
No, mother could not be here today.
Okay. Well, Lydia, I'm going to let you know that one of the reasons why I hold kids here is they don't show up for court. You got to take care of your business. So since you didn't show up for court, I don't think you'll show up if I let you go, especially with your runaway past. So I'm going to go ahead and detain you. All right. Thank you, Lydia.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Berger. Okay. At this point, these proceedings have been broadcast to the public in order to provide the public meaningful access of these proceedings. However, Chapter 54.08 of the Texas Family Code states that when a child is under 14 years of age, that court proceedings are to be closed to the public unless the court finds it is the best interest of the child or the best interest of the public to publicize the hearings. Unable to make such a finding, I am now going to discontinue this live stream of these court proceedings. And so please wait 30 seconds for the tape delay.